Hello, friends, and a happy Advent and a Merry Christmas to you all. Christmas is my absolute favorite time of the year. I love the decorations, the lights, the treats, and most importantly, the music. I just love Christmas carols and Christmas songs. I mean, come on, what other season of the year has its own exclusive musical soundtrack? And that's why I've enjoyed organizing the annual ICS neighborhood Christmas caroling these past few years. Of course, we're disappointed that we're unable to go caroling this year. Although we did consider maybe socially distant groups of two carolers. But I suppose that this is just a minor disappointment compared to the others we've experienced this past year. Recently, I've been doing some research on the background of many Christmas carols for a series of devotional articles. And today I'd like to share with you a fascinating story behind the origins of the nearly 700-year-old Christmas carol, Good Christian Men Rejoice. The original text of this hymn is called In Dulce Jubilo, which is Latin for In Sweet Rejoicing. The gender-specific reference in the English title and first line are from a paraphrase translation by John Mason Neale, an English Anglican priest and hymn writer in the mid-1800s. Side note, Neale is also responsible for the English translation of O Come, Emmanuel. Anyway, the original song In Dulce Jubilo is credited to German mystic and Dominican monk Heinrich Susa from sometime in the early 1300s. Folklore relates that Susa had a vision in which he heard angels singing the words of the hymn, which a more literal translation from the original goes like this. In sweet rejoicing, now sing and be glad. Our heart's joy lies in the manger, and it shines like the sun in the mother's lap. You are the Alpha and Omega. Upon hearing the angels singing, Susa then joined with them in a dance of joy around the manger. Susa's biography records this about the vision. Now this same angel came to Susa brightly and said that God had sent him down to him to bring him heavenly joys amid his sufferings, adding that he must cast off all his sorrows from his mind and bear them company, and that he must also dance with them in heavenly fashion. And then they drew Susa by the hand into the dance, and the youth began a joyous song about the infant Jesus. Now, when I read that, I thought, well, of course, who wouldn't want to cast off their sufferings and sorrows and dance with an angel choir in reckless abandonment and joy, especially after such a difficult year as this one has been? Now, I don't need to recall the details of all we've been through here in Hong Kong over the past 12 to 16 months, from the protests to the pandemic. But needless to say, I think we would all love for that angelic choir to show up right about now. And that's why we celebrate the birth of the baby in the manger. My friends, we need joy. We need to dance. We need to be reminded of the one who was born to bear our suffering and sorrow. We need to choose to embrace true joy, even in the midst of our difficulty. Now, one more interesting note about this song. The original text of In Dulce Jubilo is one of the oldest examples of a macaronic hymn, which is a song that has lyrics from multiple languages, in this case both Latin and German. Now, because of this feature, later reformers would use this hymn and others like it in congregational singing, and here's why. Worship services in the 16th century were still conducted only in Latin, and the majority of common folk who attended were uneducated and didn't understand Latin. So hymn texts like this one, which utilized common German vernacular, were valuable tools in helping to proclaim truth in a language that was understood by the people. And what truths does this ancient carol proclaim? Wherein, my friends, is found our joy? From the English translation by John Neale. Give ye heed to what we say, Jesus Christ is born today. Ox and ass before him bow, and he is in the manger now. Now ye hear of endless bliss. Jesus Christ was born for this. He has opened heaven's door, and we are blessed forevermore. Now ye need not fear the grave. Jesus Christ was born to save. Calls you one and calls you all to gain his everlasting hall. And hear these words from the angel to Mary in Luke chapter 1. You will be with child and give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over the house of Jacob forever. His kingdom will never end. Good Christian friends, rejoice with heart and soul and voice. And may your Christmas be filled with joy, with song, and yes, with dance. God bless you all, everyone. Merry